everybody. So I have just picked up the order. I am going to deliver it to the Fairborn area, so I was relatively close to where I'm going to deliver it from. Again, going back to just trying to understand how far it is you're going to be delivering. You're not going to be delivering that far, to be honest. Like I said, the most that I've ever delivered, maybe about 5 miles or so. This one is relatively close by. Again, it's going to be pretty simple, and the camera's probably going to be really shaky and bumpy because the roads around here are kind of terrible. But anyhow, and if for some reason you do happen to hear the GPS picking up in the background, I apologize. Hopefully she is not going to be talking over me, so if it's hard to hear, let me know so that in the future, if I do other videos, I will know to just mute her and it'll be okay. This in particular, I was going to mute her because I am fairly comfortable with where I am going, but just in case, it was probably a better idea to go ahead and just leave her on, just in case.
In 1 mile.
So yeah, the delivery process for DoorDash is pretty simple. It's kind of comparable to any other delivery service, but the one thing that is worth mentioning that makes DoorDash much different than, let's say, somebody who is delivering for Papa John's, Donato's, any other delivery service really, is that we do not carry cash on us. So what that does for us, it actually in a sense makes it a bit safer. And I think ideally we don't want anything like that to ever happen to anyone in any circumstance. But for those who are on the fence about doing DoorDash, thinking it might be comparable to other delivery options who do carry cash on them, that is the one good thing about DoorDash, is that we don't carry cash on us, so it is a little bit safer. Hopefully we will never be approached by anyone who is expecting to take money from us or rob us. Let's hope none of that ever happens. So that is the one thing I did want to point out, just to maybe give you that peace of mind, really, about is this safe. Now, the one thing that you do want to be mindful of if you do choose to be a Dasher is the app itself. It does kind of time you. Not that it's super critical, but they're trying to get an idea, I think, of how realistic things are in different settings. There could be a whole variety of factors that come into play when it comes to picking up an order or accepting an order and delivering it. So they're trying to take into account all those factors, and so I think that's why they set these different times for you to try to match. And ultimately, I think they would like for us to be able to maybe deliver to the customer a little bit faster than some other businesses. I think that's kind of what they want to be branded as, what they want to be known for, is to be quick and efficient. Something that I probably should have mentioned in the very first video, but there was so much information that I really wanted to hit kind of on everything, is once you do become a Dasher, once you set your schedule up and you say, okay, I want to work this particular area based on what you see on the map, I want to work this area from this time to this time. Go into the app, go to the scheduling portion, select the time frame that you want to work. You can, once you are in that schedule and you are working it, you can pause it, you can end it, you can kind of do what you need to do with it if things come up. So it's not like, oh, I have to do this. If I don't do this, I'm going to get fired. It's not like that. The one thing, however, that you don't want to do is once you are scheduled and you have accepted that schedule, keeping in mind you can always pause and you can always end that delivery, or that dash is what they consider it to be, and you can start over. You can start anew and you can go to a different area, whatever it is. The one thing you do not want to do is you don't want to decline too many orders that are coming in. There have been days where I've got orders back to back. Last night in particular, my husband, he was with me. We were at the Green picking up an order at the Cheesecake Factory and at another restaurant. So those orders were being delivered pretty close to each other. So I think that's the reason they gave me both of them when they did. The third one that came in was another one for Cheesecake Factory, and I had already came out and was on my way over to the other restaurant at the Green. They were closed, but it was super busy, it was congested. Cheesecake Factory was really behind, so I left my phone in the car with my husband, and he was like, hey, I declined that third order that came in because we're not going to be able to keep up with this if we do too many of these. You know, it's going to affect our ratings, it's going to affect our delivery time. So I went ahead and declined that one. That one was okay. I think in some instances they understand why it is that you are declining an offer, or not an offer, you're declining a delivery. So it didn't really affect anything. Worked out fine. Delivered the other two in sufficient time, was good to go. So that was something that I did want to mention that I didn't in the first video, just because if you start to decline too many offers, I must have something else on my mind. I keep calling them offers. If you start declining the orders, at some point they're probably not going to give you many or any at all. And we want to avoid that, because the reason you are doing this ultimately is to earn some extra money. And if there's something that is impeding with that, or something that is preventing you from earning that money, that's a problem. So don't kind of shoot yourself in the foot. If it gets to be too much and the orders are coming in too quickly for you, maybe reposition yourself, see if there's another area that might not be quite as busy, that might work out better for you, so you're not getting as many offers.
Turn left onto South Maple Avenue.
So I am almost to where this order is going to be delivered to. When I get here, I'm going to go ahead and stop the video. I thought I could go back in and just unpause and continue the video, but once I get out of the car, well, before I get out of the car, I have to go into the app for DoorDash, and it just affects the video and stuff, so it's too hard to figure out how to. So I'm just going to do a new video each time. Hopefully they're not going to be too lengthy, and they will just be a continuation of each one. So if it gets to be too confusing or too much or too lengthy, please let me know, and I can try to be more efficient at it, try to figure out a better way to relay the information to you. And later when my husband is with me, I'll try it out again, and maybe with two of us here, it might make it a little bit easier trying to figure out how to, again, relay the information to you, just to kind of fill you in on the details. So I'm actually going to be ready to park. I'm going to deliver this. I will either come back and do a video just after to let you know how things went with this delivery, or I'll come back for another video here soon, just to kind of again, just a continuation, just to let you know how this process works, see if it's a good fit for you based on what you are able to see. All right, see you guys later. Bye bye.